Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Hope everyone is doing well. Today is Saturday, September 20th. We have a day and a half, roughly, left in this tournament of Titan Power. We have about the same amount of time until the new Cascade event starts. New Cascade event is going to be pretty big. I love these new events. I love the new events. Great time to get resources. Thank you for everyone who's joining. We got a decent amount to go over. We're going to be doing some fusion stuff too. This is a perfect time to do fusion stuff since the Tournament of Titan Power is going on. So we're definitely going to be upgrading some stuff, some announcements around that. Going to be spending emeralds. We'll be doing that in just a little bit. Cascade, talking about the Cascade event, what we can get out of that. Yeah, so if you have any comments, keep them coming. Let's go ahead and start. Tournament of Titan Power. So hopefully everyone who is watching is doing well. Hopefully you're at the top of your rankings. I currently am, but I haven't really gotten that many points. So we'll probably get a decent amount more points here today because I am going to be doing a few things. Let's actually go ahead and start by spending some emeralds. So I do want to make sure I'm spending at least 60,000 emeralds. Honestly, I might go up to 100,000. I might go up to 100,000 just because this also has a spend 100,000 emeralds for the Titan skin stones for Foundations of Power. And the Tournament of Titan Power, let's see here. That goes up maybe 105 just to get this prize. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that is the play to get these extra Titan resource chests and extra tournament points. Really, it's nice. This is really what you want, I think. Oh, God, every time. Every time. Thanks for the reminder. Not sharing my screen. Here we go. Yeah, so I think I probably will. I think I probably will be spending the 110,000 emeralds today. The nice thing is, if you weren't aware, we do have a piggy bank going on, right? So I am going to be, and anyone that spends today will be able to get 20% back as long as you hit the 40,000 emerald mark. So it's a great day to spend if you are going to spend emeralds, which is what I am going to be doing. And it will be kind of a triple dip, plus you get some back. So just absolutely, absolutely great time to do it. So what should we be spending emeralds on? Now, I've talked about this topic a lot in different videos, and I think even on some live streams. I personally am a fan of spending, if you already haven't built out your main totem, right? So like the main one, I'm a fan of spending those emeralds here. I built out my main, my secondary, and even the bottom one, so I'm not going to spend it here. If you don't have a lot of totems, I would suggest to alter the elements because you can get totems. But again, I already have the totems, so that doesn't really apply to me. But these are the two places where I spent probably the most emeralds whenever I first started. Probably. I didn't really spend it on heroes. I always spent it on Titans, just because it takes so long to level stuff up. So yeah, those are the places. I don't have to do that though. So I'm gonna. Oh, looks like my guild actually knocked out Osh again. I think this is the second time we've beaten him. Let's see if we can get him down one more time. MS Creator, hey, how are you doing? I'm doing well. Doing well. Have a lot to do today. It's a great day for Hero Wars. What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be spending some emeralds here. I'm going to be doing at least 2 spends here. The nice thing is that the intelligence crystals are here. I need a ton of intelligence crystals, probably more than any others. The healers, I mean, they're okay. I just don't have that many healer stuff that I need. So let's go ahead and spend 30,000. What I am hoping for is, yes, the 10 Eternal Seeds. That's the big thing I wanted. Okay, I got some Greater Wisdom insignias. Those are nice. 150 Greater Love insignias. That for Warrior, that's okay. 560. Man, this stuff is the hardest to get in my opinion right here, right? like just ascension stuff. Let's go ahead and do it again. Let's make sure I get those eternal seats. That's what I want. Eternal seats. Yes, was able to get them. Okay. 75 support. Some more support here. That's nice. Okay, cool. That's 60,000. See how easy it is to spend emeralds in this game? That's 60,000 emeralds. Means I can also, there we go. Yeah. All this stuff. Been waiting for that. 201. And guess what we're going to be spending these on? Essence of the Elements. So for this shop, I'm sure everyone has their kind of personal opinions on what you should buy. My thoughts are, it doesn't matter who you are. I would not buy these soul stones unless the only time I would maybe buy this is if like I was 5 away from getting a Raji or leveling him up. Maybe I buy 5, right? Other than that, I'm not buying any of these non-Super Titan soul stones. Just not worth it. The Elemental Summoning Dolls, not my favorite because it offers kind of random prizes. All of these you can get in other areas that you should be getting daily. So I haven't really seen a big need for these, especially if you're spending emeralds in the Titan artifact spheres. Like that's basically what's given this stuff out, right? So not a big fan. Really, it comes down to 4 different things for me. Titan potions. I don't really need Titan potions. All my Titans that I am leveling up are max level. I still have 4 that are not max level, but they are not major focuses for me. And I get Titan potions, a lot of them, from the dungeon each day. So that's not really something I'm focused on. If you do need those, I don't think it's a bad purchase. It's especially not a bad purchase if you're trying to still do a level up 80 of the levels from the Titans. Because then potentially it could just give you more rewards to get more stuff, right? So I don't say it's a bad purchase for Titan potions. Now, what I will probably say is you probably will be finished with Titan potions before you're finished with the Titan skins or Essence of the Elements, right? So that's the reason I like to try to get the resource that's going to take the longest to get so that I can move up that timeline. That's my personal strategy. If obviously it can change though, dependent on what I actually need for an event. So Artifact Seal Chest, also really good to have. If you're spending a ton in getting those artifact spheres, you will be getting these basically for free. So I don't think it is a big necessity to buy these artifact seal chests, but it's up to you on if you find that that is going to be a good value for you. The main 2 that I really debate between are the Titan Skin Stones, Essence of the Elements. These 2 I kind of switch up dependent on which one I am low on. As you can see here, Titan Skin Stones, does it say how many I have? I have 1.3 million. So that's quite a bit. Essence of the Elements, I have 466,000. I have a lot less of those. So because of that, I'm going to be buying Essence of the Elements. Let's get 806. Nice. Honestly, I probably should have bought. Yeah, I probably should have bought right below the amount just so I'd like have 125 left. So I would get a Elemental Summoning Doll. Not that it's a big deal of whatever, right? But I usually do like to keep a very, very, very small amount of emerald coins just for the turnover so I can get one of those. Kind of like the one nitpicky strategy thing that I like to do. All right, so that's the power of the Titans. We've spent a decent amount of emeralds, but we still have quite a bit to spend. So what are we going to spend them on? Outland chests. Let's try to get 150. Let's try to get 150 of these things. What I'm going to do, I'm going to buy 90, 90, get that freebie. I'm going to buy the 200s. Nice. Get that freebie, and then I'm going to stop here. For agility, let's go to strength. We're going to do the same thing, 90, 90, freebie. Get some more strength, but all the heroes that I'm looking to level up, or a lot of them, are intelligence-based heroes in the future. So that's really what I want to be focusing on. I wouldn't mind the strength ones either. Honestly, it seems to me like the agility ones, the agility heroes, all the ones that you really do need, I already have. So that's kind of the least valuable to me right now. But I'd say intelligence 1, strength 2, agility. But that's again just in my situation. Agility is super important early on because there's a lot of agility heroes that you desperately need. But now we're going to start just opening 10 of these chests. So let's do that again. Hey, Spooky. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. MS Creator, I have 100K. My Titan are New Moloch, Araji, Ignis, Solaris, Tenebris. What item will be best for me? Good question. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's go back to the shop. What is best for you in this particular situation? First question. Have you finished leveling up 80? Have you done the 80 Titans? Right? Question number 2. Have you done the skin stones? Have you been able to level up 40 skins to make sure that you are finishing that task? Those are usually what I like to focus on, right? If you haven't, Titan skin stones would be good. There's also a task here for the Tournament of Titan Power to level up any Titan artifact. You need Essence of the Elements for this. So that's always a good buy too. Yeah, I'm doing well, Spooky. Thanks for the shout out. Doing well. Having a great old time playing Hero Wars. Yeah. All right, let's see where we're at. We've spent... And how many Outland chests do we have? Still need to open a lot more. We still have at least 30K? 35K. 35K that we need to use. All right, so that's 4,500. This is going to be 9,000. 13,500. 18. Something. 27 here. And this is going to be like 3,350 or something like that. 3,250 maybe. All right, let's see where I'm at here. Okay, got that. Nice. And finish that. Okay, cool. Where am I sitting? Where am I sitting? How many more emeralds do I need to spend? 3,000. Okay, so I hit that. You've done all without spend emeralds and VIP points? Okay, so if you've done all, I would highly suggest that you want to look to the future. That's what I always want to do. What is going to be the hardest stuff to get in the future? That's going to be the Titan Skin Stones, Essence of the Elements, right? Those are the two I'd focus on. Now, which one is more valuable? I usually say Titan Skin Stones are more valuable early on, especially if you don't have the default skins for your Titans finished. That is probably top priority. Essence of the Elements are nice, but they don't add as much in all fights, as Titan Skin Stones. So that's really what you want to be focusing on. And that's what I would buy in your instance, right? I bought Essence of the Elements for myself, but in your spot, it sounds like I'd probably buy Titan Skin Stones. Hope that helps. Okay, we have another 3,000 emeralds to spend. I don't know where to spend them. I could get more Outland chests, but I don't really need them. How many of those did I end up with? 41,000? That's pretty good. 3,000 emeralds to spend. Could use them in the airship? Nah. I don't think that's worth it. Airship is not really worth it. How challenging is your Tournament of Titan Power? Oh, I showed it earlier. Right now, it's not challenging at all. Now, any of this can come up later, but I have a lot of lobies in mind, strangely. So these two are 60. I'm about to vault up a little bit here. So it's not very hard yet, but we'll see. I'm probably going to make a video tomorrow about the finish here. You know, we'll see what we get. All right, still 3,000 emeralds. I could go back to the Astral Spear and just spend like 10. Is that worth it? I don't know. Alter the elements. I could do open 100. It's a little bit more. You know what? I think I'm going to go back to Asgard. I'm just going to do a 10. I don't really recommend doing this for most people, but I'm just going to do it. Let's get some more of these Ascension materials, right? Nothing great, but gets me where I need to be, I think, for the next thing. Unless I need to spend a slight... Nope, I got it. Barely. 240. Great. Okay, I'm not going to hit that next level. I personally don't think it's worth it. But I am getting 21,318 emeralds back. That's going to be nice. That's going to be very nice. That's a lot of emeralds back. And hopefully I win and I get this 50,000. Yeah, MS Creator. I didn't done Solaris and Tenebrous default skin. I leveled up armor skin to 50. Yeah, just to win. If you're doing that just to win, I get that. Their default skin is more important in actual battles. To win the tournament of Titan Power, their armor skin is by far the best thing you can do. Yeah. Mohammed, hey, how are you doing? I have 7 competing for first place. What's the high score in there? Whenever you say competing, is it like 100K already? 150K? 50K? I'm currently first at 158K. Second place is 96K. Adrift and Alone? Yeah, you might be doing pretty good. I would keep an eye on them. If you can be awake to the very end, just keep an eye on them and have a way to get extra points at the end. Right? Like I'm probably going to be getting a lot of points today, but I will be online tomorrow whenever this event ends for me to make sure that if anyone is trying to do a last minute push, that I will be able to also push even further to really make sure that I win, right? Yeah. All right, so we just spent a lot of emeralds. But we're done with that now. Tournament of Titan Fusion or Titan Power. I guess you can call it Titan Fusion because that's what I'm about to do. Let's go ahead and jump into that. So I have waited for a very, very long time to change my Titan abilities. I've gotten a few levels for some of them, but I've been pretty much waiting just to figure out what is the best. And we have some answers. So I'll dive into that in just a sec. Spooky, I was listening to an interesting debate between maximizing all hero powers or making exception for some, like avoid leveling full health to allow rapid ult. Another example would be Isaac first artifact. Yep. There's a couple heroes that come to mind specifically for health. Martha comes to mind. Jorgen comes to mind for the faster ults. Take more damage. Like both of those have a decent amount of health pool anyway, so it's not like they're going to be much worse doing that. So there is potentially a strategy associated with that. Yeah, definitely. Isaac, I made a video on Isaac. You really shouldn't be leveling all of his stuff up. But so going back to the Titan Fusion, we have Olympus, who, if you don't know who Olympus is another content creator for Hero Wars who is very knowledgeable. And they have a blog post about what, after doing testing, what they think is the best fusion elements for each different type of totem. Now, if you're not very aware of like fusion or haven't done it much, it is abilities that have both elemental and primal, and specific abilities that whenever a totem gets utilized, or it could just be one time during the battle, a special ability happens. First is 170, 7th is around 150. Yeah, that's really tight. Mohammed. Hopefully you can pull that one out. Yeah, hopefully you can pull that one out. But no one really knew. Like we kind of looked at these and said, I think this could be good, but no one had a definitive answer on what are the best, right? I got some just by putting in the minimum just to get some skills to test it out. And I wanted to make sure my teams were kind of competitive and had something. But Olympus has done a lot of testing, and he said, here's what I think is the best. So I'm going to believe him. I'm going to start doing based off of what his recommendations are. Now, the thinking behind this is twofold. Number one, What should be the best ability on your defensive team? Now, I say defensive team because that is what you should be focusing on because you don't have any control on a defensive team. And if you get a successful defense in Guild War or Clash of Worlds, that is significantly better than even a successful offense because you're forcing the opponent to spend more resources. So, defense, if you can get that up, that's going to be the best. So, he was fighting and using what is the best against the opposing team. That would be the best opposing team, right? So, if it's like water, what is the best defense against a full earth team, right? That's what he was focused on. Now, one of the keys to this too is you don't want these primary elemental skills to be the same as these two's elemental skills because they compete against each other and there's only one effect, right? So let's say I had last flash here and last flash here, and I had 3 light or 2 dark and 3 water. Last flash would still only be used once. So you want to have different abilities, especially with these two, than these 3 elemental. Now, these 3 can have the same one too, if you wanted to, because you'll never have a water and a fire totem together at the same time, right? So those are fine having the same ones, but you definitely want to have different elemental on these dark and light. So it's just something to think about. Yeah, just something to think about. Okay. Got a couple questions. Why some players say that Earth Totem goes better with light, not Dark Totem, but in game testing Earth with light can lose to Earth with Dark. It's all dependent on, well, Earth is very hard to test anyway, just because Eden has a random skill, right? So he can pull people down, which can change the outcome of a fight. So Earth Dark could be great against a specific team and be worse against the Earth Light. So it's a lot of mixing and matching to figure out what's the best against particular teams. And then Emma saw today a video of Olympus. He used a baby Julius only 7K, and his Julius didn't die. Aiden plus Julius. Yeah, I think that was just so that the Julius can ult a lot. I saw that same video a while back. It was kind of interesting, but if you fight like that, that's one specific example against teams that are weak or not good against his opposing team, right? Hey, S12. Hola. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. All right. So what Olympus says is the best for water is after reading through this, and I would suggest everyone go through his blog and take a look. Because this can be really good, is he thinks the depths of the Whisper and the Pulse of the Ancient is actually the best. So I'm going to believe him. We're going to go ahead and do the Depths Whisper for my water. And water's my main team, which is why I'm bringing it up the most. Moloch, Araji, Ignis, Solaris, Tenebris. Is it a good team? Yeah, looks pretty good. I like it, MS Creator. You want to make sure you have Vulcan in there. You still want to level him up just so that your fire totem can ult faster in particular battles. But all of those titans are good. I recently got Cascade Red +1. How should I use him? And if I upgrade his glyphs, will it count for the quest? Yes, if you upgrade his glyphs right now, it still will count for the quest. It absolutely will. So feel free to do that, S12. No problem there. For the Cascade Red +1, how should I use him? You want to use him with other magic heroes. He has very good chemistry with like a Lars and Krista, specifically. I think he could have good chemistry with Orion, potentially, too. I know him and Augustus, he'll kind of change all the damage to pure damage, which makes Cascade's abilities a little bit worse. So I have to do testing. I don't have him yet. I wish I did. But I'll definitely create a video on it in a couple days whenever I do have him. But you feel free to upgrade his glyphs right now. That's absolutely not going to hurt you. All right. Let's get to some fusion. Hi, Spinelli. Hope you're doing well. All right. I'm going to spend 100. I want to make sure that I get the Depths Whisper and have a greatest chance of getting the maximum possible rank. So let's do it. Depths Whisper from Murmur of the Crags. Make it happen. Well, that was unfortunate. I had a 40% chance to get only rank 1, and I did get rank 1. So we're going to just say okay on that. It did change. Let's see what we can do, though. Let's pick Depth's Whisper again. If I do 100%, looks like it still gives me a 40.4% chance. That is bad luck. That is bad luck. Should I do it again? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it one more time. Let's see. Nothing. Yep. Wow, that's really bad luck. I hit 40% twice. Why doesn't that happen whenever I'm playing blackjack? Yeah. Okay. So I might come back to that in just a little bit. Let's look at the primal. For water, I think they said it was Pulse of the Ancients. So I'm going to try to change this one to Pulse of the Ancients too. And we'll use 100. I do want to have the best chance here. Let's change it up. Maybe this one will be a little bit better. Oh. That is sad. Rank 1 3 times in a row. That is really sad, guys. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you. You wasted 400 Primal Catalyst to end up with a level 2? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Now, I do like where I'm at with these 2 skills for fire. Not going to change those, but I do want to add some for fire or my dark. So let's take a look at dark. And dark, I think they said Ice Age was the best. And the primal was triple, so I do have triple cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and use Ice Age on this one. So Ice Age. You know what? I'm actually going to create, I'm just going to do a 10 for now. And the reason I'm going to do a 10 is because if it gives me a random skill, okay, it gave me Wrath of the Depths. I'll go ahead and keep that. And now I'm going to use and try to get Ice Age. But if I move it to 100, now it's guaranteed to hit, where beforehand it was not guaranteed. All right, so I'm using another 100 here for Ice Age. Let's see what we can get. Rank 1. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is bad. That is bad, bad, bad. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that it's just it is not guaranteed, right? Make it guaranteed. Or if I miss, give me some stuff back. It's pretty pathetic that they don't, honestly. Pretty pathetic. Okay. Next up is the light. And I'll probably try to get triple cycle again. And among these Ice Age, I'm not going to do Ice Age. I'm not going to do Ice Age here. I think I'll probably do like Wrath of the Depths. That's what I think I'm going to do here. And we're going to do 10 again. See what we get. Probably some random. Yep, got Ice Age, of course. Cool. And now we're going to do Wrath of the Depths. Let's see. Worse than Sears game? Rank 1. That's 4 times. 4 times in a row that I had a 40% chance to get only rank 1, and it happened. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Let's go ahead and change this one. Actually, I'm not sure if I should have these different. I probably should. I probably should. So let's take a look at light. Triple cycle or call of the elements. Let's try a yeah, we want call of the elements here. We definitely want call of the elements. This one's great for light because light, based off of whenever they do this, it can make them invulnerable for a few seconds. So we're gonna do call of the elements. That has very good symmetry. Rank 5. There we go. It's about time. About time I got a rank 5. That kind of makes up for it a little bit. Is that the highest rank? It is. There we go. So I don't have to touch this again. But unfortunately, I would have much preferred that with these elemental fusions. Yeah, I would have much preferred it with elemental. Elemental are more valuable than primal. I'll take it. Look, I'm not going to complain about getting a rank 5, right? That is good. Good as hell. I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate the must be a huge boost to your tournament of Titan progress. Great point there. I'm gonna take a look. What did that just do? I'm assuming it's probably, before I look, I think that what I have done is probably going to be at least 40K. 45. There we go. 45. I was right there. Called it. Called it. And that was adding a few elemental skills, so that wasn't only the rank 5, right? But yeah. That's pretty good. I'll take the rank 5. Unfortunately, all the others are rank 1, you know? Maybe they were watching, like Nexters is watching and just be like, quick, we got to give them something. Otherwise, like, people are not going to want to do this. You have 300K? Nice job. Yeah, that should be a win. So rank 5, Call of the Elements. Okay, that makes me want to use my water totem more. I'm not going to upgrade this totem yet. I just don't use Earth teams yet. I use these other teams, though. Let's see. No. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do, because I don't have 100 yet, I am going to wait. I'm probably going to be getting that totem from the Cascade event that's coming out. And that will give me a lot more elemental catalysts. So that's probably what I'm going to be looking to do. Earth totems are crap. They're okay. They can be good against water, right? But look at all these skills, guys. Rank 1, rank 1. Rank 1, rank 1. Rank 1, rank 1. Rank 1, rank 5. Yeah. That actually, one of the interesting points that this brings up, this actually even makes my primal catalysts even worse or lesser of a need. I already say primal catalysts are easier to get, so you don't need nearly as many. But especially if you already get like a rank 5 on a totem, if you're lucky like that, then you only have a few other totems that you need to level up for these. So it becomes even worse. Yeah. Randomness, yeah, unpredictability. Earth can be very unpredictable with Eden. Yeah. I'll build it up eventually. They're going to be my last team. They're going to be my last team I build up. Unfortunately, I was really hoping that my water team could get a high elemental, but I'll wait. I'll wait on that. I do like the differences I have, right? I do like the differences I have. I might need to change this one though for my fire. I might need to change the call of the elements. I'll have to take a look to something else just so it doesn't interfere with like this, right? The light totem and the call of the elements. Because if it does interfere with that, then if I put these two teams together, it would just not be giving me what I need. Yeah. Yeah. All right, but that's Titan Fusion. That's Titan Fusion. I now need to wait until the next one to get a lot more resources. Should I go ahead and level up these Titan artifacts on the stream? Might as well. Might as well. I usually say wait last minute to try to get as few points as possible so that you can win. But in this situation where I'm already 60K over the next, and I am going to be using this, like I am going to be doing this regardless on if I was ahead or not, then I think it's okay. Do you get that far in tournament elements with all your totems? No. Oh, like, do you get far? Oh, in the tournament elements. I thought you were talking about tournament of Titan Power. I do okay. Let's see where I was ranked. Does it maybe it will say? I was No, that was last year. Let's take a look. 2,529th place. To be fair, I haven't intentionally gone after this yet, just because I don't have an Earth Titan maxed out, and my Earth Titans still aren't maxed. Once I have all the Titans that are maxed, I'm going to focus on this a little bit more. But right now, I just do raid all. Because I know I'm not going to get grand prize, or the first prize. And the difference between the first and the second, it would take hours for a very small difference. So maxing out totems are very hard. I needed around 500k emeralds. I think you're going to need a lot more than that to max out your totems. It costs a lot of emeralds. A lot of emeralds. But let's go ahead and upgrade some of these Titan artifacts. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to max. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think Brewster is going to be kind of the first one that I'm going to be looking after here for my new dark. So I think I'll be leveling these up. We can get to like 110 or so. I can't do a ton because it does go through Essence the elements really quickly, right? We'll get some of this. Yep. Light and Dark Titans, yeah, they are a good team. They are a good team. Okay, now let's do some of these like lesser ones just because they don't cost a lot. Like this one will really not cost a lot. That's 40 for very not many Essence of Elements. That's good. Oh, looks like I did. I got plenty of Sparks of Power. All right, how much have I leveled up? I need 100 and, or not 100. I need 66 more of those. 66 more. We'll go ahead and do 10, 56 more, 10 here, 46 more. $36, 26, 16. See how fast these essential elements go down? Hey, Viking, how are you doing? You're watching World Championship in athletics? What is athletics? Like a specific sport or just... I haven't heard of that. I think I need 16 more. We'll level that up. By the way, I'll show you in just a sec. My tournament of Titan Power is going to be crazy. I'm going to be way ahead. Way ahead. Okay. Let's level up. This is why I need so many Essence of the Elements. It just costs so much. I'll level up this 5 times. And then let's just do like 2 levels here. Is that it? It'll be at... okay, it did. It did. Okay. So what are we up to now? Probably 180, 160? 160? Yeah. Dang. That is, that's pretty high. Let's go ahead. I'm actually just going to collect all this stuff too. Let's go ahead and collect it. I don't think anyone is going to beat me, so I'm not trying to even like wait last second to get ahead. If they do try to come back, I still have plenty of ways to get points. Plenty of ways. I'll show you those in just a sec. I always suggest having something backed up just so you can get as much as stuff as you possible. Nebula really boosts the heck out of them. Oh, okay. Running, pole vault, triple jump, and so on. Oh, that's cool. Like a lot of stuff. Olympics. A lot of Olympics towards. Ryan, sometimes Dante teams with Augustus Orion beat my Lyria team. S12? Yeah. So I actually have on my list, we're going to be talking later on about the best teams to beat that team. Someone, and I'm not sure if it was you, I can't remember. Someone was talking in my comments about that, saying like, hey, I'm having trouble running into this team. Even with a Lyria team, I'm not reaching 100%. So I wanted to show it on stream. And we'll go over it and we'll see what happens, right? So we will go over with a Lyria team on how far that's going to go. Okay, good. I was hoping I was going to get 10 of these elemental catalysts. 8 more to go. I'm not going to get 8 more. That would require VIP. Not going to do it. Sorry, Nexters. I'm not buying anything today. Maybe during your upcoming event. All right. I'm at what, 200K? Close to 200? 198? Yeah, that's about right. I don't think anyone's going to beat me here. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow night that I will be free. But even if I'm not, no worries. I still have ways to get a ton of points quickly. Number one, I still have 1.3 million Titan skins. I can easily upgrade those. I still have a lot of upgrades in the Titan artifacts. Like here, I could upgrade this. That's 5,000 points, right? You see here, I have 14,000 that I can buy. So I could finish that for 1,000. I could finish this for 5,000. I could even finish that if I wanted to. I still have 2 of these right here that are 13,000 right here and here that I can use at any time. I'm 7,000 below you, Viking. Sounds like you will win, unless you have one of those crazies in yours. Hopefully you don't. Yeah, but that's what we're looking at. And then, let's say I go crazy and someone is still moving up. I have 300 Titan chests, which I'll probably be spending on Essence of the Elements to get like 1 million more, 1.5 million more, right? These are always backed up. So it's going to be, and then if I even needed Sears chests, I could get even more of those for like Titan skins. So a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff in the back. I'm not going to intentionally try to get any more points besides tomorrow's points, right? Just to get like the 3,000. But other than that, I think I'll be absolutely okay in winning this thing, unless someone has a lot of resources waiting to go. Maybe they do. I don't know. Do the avatars you get from the grand prize change every month? Yes, they do. Every single month they do change. So we're talking about like right here. This changes every single month. I'm not really a big avatar guy. Mine is just like a Julius right now. If I ever do get big enough where they give me my own avatar for being a streamer, maybe I'll change that. But honestly, I do this for intimidation. Who wants to be defeated by an angry-looking cat? No one does. If you get beat by him, it's a bit embarrassing, right? So that's why I have Julius there. And then I have like this little ring just for beating all 3 of those elements. I can change that, but I don't really think about this very much, honestly. All right, Tournament of Titan Power. Feel pretty confident there. Leveling up Titan Fusion. Had a mostly bad luck, one incredibly good luck. Okay. And spinning emeralds. Done, and done. I have 77K points to boost my Titans if anyone tries to get me. Viking, I think you're going to win. It sounds like you're running away with this thing. It's a good thing you're not in mine, because then we would be going head to head and we'd be both spending a lot of resources to get first. You know, so I'm thankful that you are not competing against me. We just competed against each other last week anyway. So how come you don't have the YouTuber frame? Good question, Spooky. I have reached out to Nexters about 4 times, including DMing some of their like CMs, and they have not gotten back to me to give me anything for streaming, right? Like what I was trying to do, I was trying to get the gifts prizes that allow you to do like giveaways. I want to get those so I can start doing giveaways on my live stream. I really want to do that. I really want to do that. But they don't give them to me. They don't respond. I think they're just very non-responsive. I don't know if they check the email that often, honestly. So I haven't gotten anything for being a streamer. I don't even get like the free Valkyrie's Favor, which you're supposed to get. And I definitely haven't gotten an avatar. So maybe eventually they will respond to me. Maybe eventually. Yeah. I'm thinking to buy emeralds. When's the best time to buy it? I am pretty confident, S12, that they're going to have a buying emeralds sale during the upcoming event for Cascade. Really, the best time to do it would be probably during this, like right here, this 5 dip or quad dip, really, right? Because there's a buy emeralds. This Ascension has a buy emeralds. This has a buy emeralds. This has a get VIP points. If they do have a sale right here, that would be absolutely perfect time to do it. Yeah. I feel like active Facebook players are way less than web. Like there's fewer players. Mohammed, you're exactly right. Web has significantly more players than Facebook does. I am 100% in favor of Facebook moving the game over to web. Whenever I first started, they got me on Facebook from an ad, and I just clicked into it, and I was bored one day. And so I was just like, what is this? And I was like, okay, this is kind of fun. And then I didn't even know they had a web version of the game until much later. And by then I was just like, I don't want to quit on this, right? But yeah, if they allowed people to move over to web, I'd do it instantly. You don't have to pay as much. You don't have a lot of the bugs that come out on Facebook. So 100%. But it's very odd. A lot of the streamers are on Facebook. It's very odd. Even though web has more players, most of the streamers I see are on Facebook. It's pretty crazy that way. You're promoting their game. They don't deserve it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Spooky. Thanks for joining. You have a nice weekend too. I would let you win, Ryan. Your guild crushed mine in AOC Viking. Yeah. Yeah. We did pretty good. We did pretty good, but that doesn't mean I deserve to win a tournament of Titan Power. I gotta earn it, man. I gotta earn it. Like, fight me in it. Give me a little bit of a contest here. I've had some good contests. If you haven't looked at some of the previous videos on Tournament of Titan Power, Hero Power, I've had some that literally come down to the last second. I mean, like 10 seconds left, I either get taken away from first or go into first. So it can be pretty exciting. Facebook games were popular back in 2016. Yeah. Power of the Titans. Good question, Brian. I'm pretty sure the Power of the Titans shop is going to stay open. Let's take a look at that, though. Let's take a look at that. I'm pretty sure they usually say that they're going to stay open an extra day. That one, I think it's right here. The link, nope, they don't say. I'm fairly confident, Brian, that this is going to be open for another day, but I also don't like to risk things. I just buy the day before. It shouldn't change that much strategy just to be safe, because the worst thing that could happen, and this happens, Nexter's into the event early, everything gets moved to elemental summoning dolls, and the stuff that you really need, you're not getting. So my advice, you probably are going to be fine if you wait till tomorrow, but I like to do my stuff early. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Still got a lot to do. Let's jump into the next stuff. Tournament of Titan Power videos are great. Yeah. There's been 2 that I can think of where literally the last second I jumped over someone and barely won. Maybe 3. I've had good luck in the Tournament of Titan Power and Tournament of Hero Power. That is going to change very soon, because my heroes, the next one, I do not think I'm going to do well. I just don't have the stuff. I just don't have it unless I get a very low group. Let's do some Clash of Worlds fighting. You just don't know what the best to buy? Hey, Guju. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully I said that right. Gujo. I talked about it earlier, but quickly going over, my favorites are the Titan Skin Stones or Essence of the Elements, but it also depends on if the other stuff are going to help you level up your Titan skins or your Titans. So I've made a case that Titan potions can be good if it helps you do that. And you can also make the case that the artifact seal chests to get these up to maximum are good. You can get a lot of these if you use emeralds in the altar of not altar of the elements. Yeah, it is altar of the elements. Altar of the elements. If you use emeralds here, you're going to be getting the seals for free. So I wouldn't do that. But yeah. My younger brother is starting to play. Can you recommend a good team? Because he doesn't have a Lyria team. Yeah, I can recommend a good team. You know, one of the teams that's relatively easy to get is like the Orion Dante team. Like you can start getting their soul stones early. Nebula, you should be able to get somewhat within like 2 weeks or so. And then Dorian, you will be able to get his soul stones from the events that happen, like from the Demon Dolls, and those happen multiple times monthly, right? So like that team's relatively easy to get. The only hard part is Augustus, but that team will do well until the end game for the most part, and then it will start to be counterable. But it's still a very solid team if you want to try to build that out. Yeah, I won Hero Tournament in Power in May. I won with 244 points. Oh, whoa! Was he spinning 2 at the last second? Viking, was he spending also at the last second? Were you like both clicking till the last second, and then boom, you just refreshed and you just happened to win? Those are the best. There's one that happened to me like that. I think I won by like 1 to 2,000 or something like that, and I wasn't sure if I had won, and I just happened to. What are your thoughts on Jing Mao, Adrift and Alone? I like Jing Mao. I have my Jing Mao pretty much close to maxed. I think Jing Mao can be very good in particular teams. I usually use her with like the Nebula, Sebastian, Aiden, Lara combo. And she can do very well against particularly this team right here, the Rufus, Julius. This used to be kind of a meta team, and Jing Mao tears this one apart. So, yeah. Yeah. He can replace Gus with Cascade. Yeah. Muhammad, that's a good call. That's a good call. You can use Cascade because you will be getting Cascade. You can tell your brother. You will be getting Cascade. You can use that as a substitute for a bit. Yeah. Also, will Lyria come in soon? Hero Soulstone's chest in a few months. My best guess is that Lyria will probably be in there in January. I could see Lyria being the Winterfest hero potentially to give Soulstones for Lyria, which is going to change any new players or new servers. So hopefully that does happen. I'm of the opinion that I like players to be able to get every hero, including the like Lara and Ninja Turtles. I don't think it's a good idea to have players like be capped and not able to get those heroes. They will eventually go into those boxes and go into the Soul Atrium or the Soul Atrium. I'm guessing probably December. That's my best guess. Felt it in your nerves was really fun. Yeah. You definitely will. I don't know if anyone's gonna I'm so far ahead. I don't know if anyone's gonna even look at that. One of the other strategies besides last minute, if you get so far ahead that it just like people just get defeated, that can work too. You know, where they're just like, oh, it's not even worth it. That can work too. All right, let's do some COW fights. I looked up this team. This team is charged and it has a charged Ishmael. Let's see what I can do against it. I'm gonna do a little bit of an odd team. Let's go with. I'm gonna do Aiden and Astaroth. Aiden and Astaroth. Let's do something like this, and I might not even need Aiden. And I might want to use Aiden for another fight. Definitely Astaroth, definitely Amira, definitely Sebastian, because I need to stop Lara from stunning me. I could use Nebula for a different fight. Maybe something like this. I don't think that's terrible. Though I do want Sebastian as my 3 spot, really. Just so he can get his ult off before Lara gets her ult off. Or not her ult, her shooting off, right? Like that's kind of key. Okay, I am going to bring in Iris because Iris can stop Ishmael or kill Ishmael relatively well. Tournament power where I second by 2K was saving 5K evolving. I forgot and didn't get first. I didn't want to open the game. Oh yeah, Mohammed, that's tough. It really is tough whenever you think you're going to get first and then you don't. He's planning to spend around $1,000 S12. Here's what I would tell him. Look, if you're going to spend $1,000 in the game, it's your money. Feel free. But be smart about it. Don't spend it all at once. Be very smart and only do the best purchases, right? So if you're going to spend money, absolutely do it during the Cascade event. Make sure you get the totem. Make sure you get the red gift of Dominion, right? But just, I wouldn't be spending money willy-nilly. I would be spending a little bit during some of these big events, like specifically the Cascade event. But you don't even need to spend that much. You spend $30 for the golden ticket and maybe one other thing, and you can get most of the stuff. Yeah. All right, I gotta really figure out who my last hero is going to be here. I feel like I need another damage dealer here, but I also don't want to hurt my other teams that I could use. Maybe a Martha. Martha could be okay. Just because Martha can speed up and do another armor artifact. That could be okay. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try this. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, Arachne and Maya. That's pretty good. Polaris is a good one. I like to use Polaris with Arachne. Okay. So look, yep, he's already doing a ton of damage. Come on. He resurrected. Oh, this is not going to be good. He just ulted too much. Ulted way too much. Yikes. Maybe I should have used Aiden with them there. All right, I'm not going to do that one. Let's go to the lighthouse. Why does everyone have these? Everyone. Teams are a lot easier to beat whenever they're not charged up. A lot easier to beat. Let's do chorus. Let's see if I can beat this one. If I would feel very confident about it if he wasn't charged up, right? I'd feel very confident. Let's do something like this with Augustus. I'm really relying on Aurora. Players should test their battles more. Yeah, they really should. It's very hard to test cleanups though, because you like the energy, it can be very dependent. Come on, there we go. Okay, get a dodge off. Get a dodge off. Thank you, Aurora. There we go. That one's a win. This one I should be able to win too. Let's go ahead, put like a similar team here. We will have to do chorus. Don't need Isaac. We're going to put Aiden in. Mara, no. We're going to do Vex. And I feel like Xing Mao would be fine. Yeah. Yeah, he does, but the problem is if Ishmael gets lucky and crits a lot, right? Then it doesn't matter because he can kill Amira before Amira can get her skill off, right? So in that case, it just doesn't matter. All right. I just really need my Ishmael to... okay, good. Chorus is using his ability. I need my Ishmael to start ulting so he can start to kill on this Lyria here. Okay, Sebastian's down. That's good. Boom. And that should be a win. All right, so I knocked 2 of them out. One of them I wasn't able to get. And hopefully someone should absolutely be able to take that one out. The cleanups are so much harder, guys. Test. Just try to test before you attack. It's makes it a lot easier. I was only meeting first attackers. Cleanups are more difficult to test. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Because you don't know, right? Like an Ishmael that's already charged up, like even if you bring a perfect team, if Ishmael is critting, he can 2-shot someone or 3-shot someone, and you're kind of just done. So, all right, we still have our Osh battles to do. Let's do those next. Let's see what we can get with our main Osh team. Just as S12, I think you said you had just kind of started to play. You want to build your Osh team first, or as many of these as you can, like with your main team. I usually like to use a Nebula and Sebastian with whatever main team I'm using, just so these are here. Lara's always great, but you really want to build this out as soon as possible. They're all good heroes too. All very good heroes. All right, let's see what we can do. I am going to eventually do a few videos on Osh and Maestro and kind of strategies behind it and what they do. And I don't know when that's going to happen because these fights are complicated and they're difficult to explain, but I am planning on doing that sometime. So you can look out for that. Everyone just says like, oh, these are the best teams. Let's just do it. Right? Come on, Isaac. You need to ult more. 186. I mean, it's not terrible. Not great. I wanted to get more into the 300 million range. All right, let's go ahead, do something like... Who else can I put in here? Who would be good with this team? Maybe like Mira? Though Amira isn't very good against Osh, but let's try it. I just want the chemistry to go well. Hey, Daniel. Hope you're doing well. No, Julius, don't die. Not like this. 4, 6. The problem, see, like here, this is just a ton of damage because Orion and Augustus still have the Dorian aura, so they're just healing themselves. And they're just, see, this is actually pretty solid. Boom, 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 boom. Keep it up. Not bad. Not bad for a second team. 27 million? Yeah. Hey, Jan. I'm not sure I've seen you on a live stream before. Hope you're doing well. And I hope I'm saying your name right, too. Jan. 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 Please forgive me if I do say people's names wrong. It is not intentional. All right, let's try something like this. No, did I get it wrong? Oh, sorry. Promise it's not intentional. Man, none of these are magic heroes, really. I mean, I guess Astaroth is. Do kind of like a double tank type of thingy. We can try that. I'm just going to move through this one pretty quick. Skip battle. 5 million. And then let's do like just a big physical attacking team. Let's no, something like that. Yeah, something like this. 3 million. And last attack. The rest. All the rest. Close. Is it Jan? Am I saying it right? I know it's not. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not Jan. Like, is it Jan? Jan. Okay, good. I'm glad I know. Glad I know. People should build him. Isaac is one of the best heroes. He kills mage teams with these. Absolutely. If you look at any of the videos that I have out, Isaac is always one of the top heroes to build. Always, always, always. All right, Asha's done. COW's done. Let's talk about the Cascade event. So Cascade event is starting in 2 days, and it is one of the best times if you are going to spend it all to spend, mostly because like it gives so many free resources. You can get your hero, the new hero, up pretty good. I am planning personally on building Cascade out quite a bit. So I think I'm going to try to max them immediately. Norwegian. Nice. I'd love to go to Norway, anywhere in there. Can you please try your team? What's your team? And are you talking just like in a battle or against Osh? Yeah. I killed Osh with 890 million today with Cornelius. Nice job. Yeah, Cornelius, he's very luck dependent on if you get the right crit, but he can be great. Yeah. Yeah. COD, go ahead, put your team in. I'll get to that in just a bit. And we'll talk about that. I was planning on doing some testing anyway to show some fights. Cascade event, one of the best times to spend if you are going to spend. Let's take a look. There is a great time right here where it's going to be a 4-dip of different events plus Emerald Waterfalls. So amazing time to spend emeralds right here. I will definitely be spending emeralds. I actually might even be spending emeralds right here just because I want to get more Titan resources. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling here. But yeah, right here is a great day. A couple things to note. You'll notice that on this one, there is unlock any Ascension glyph X times, 30 times. Same thing for Ascension to Asgard. So do not do this until this event is finished, or until the first 3 days are done. And then make sure you double up there. Wait to spend until this day so that you can do the 5-dip, right? Wait to spend. And whenever I say spend, I'm talking about energy and emeralds. Those are the big two. If you want to upgrade the hero skin before that, feel free. There's not going to be any overlap here. But yeah, Cascade event is going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on it. So take a look out for those. Usually, I'll probably be spending at least 100,000 emeralds here between all of this, though, too. Probably at least. My stash is going to be going down quite a bit, even though hopefully I get this 50. Hopefully I get this 50. Yeah. Playing on manual is hard. Nexters are changing the meta too fast. What's your opinion? Yeah. They are changing the meta pretty quickly. I'm not sure if Cascade is going to be changing the meta. I kind of hope. I don't like the one team that's just dominant, really. I like the let's figure it out. Let's play around a little bit. I think Cascade will be good. I'm not sure he is going to change meta, though. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Mysterious Island map. We have a new map. I made a video about this yesterday. If you haven't seen that, let's go ahead and see if I can find. Let's just go to Discord real quick. Map has 4 grand prizes, absolute artifact chests. I think there's 100 of those. We'll go to the Mysterious Island right here. It has 60 primal, 60 elemental, and 20 of these prizes. These are the grand prize in the actual Cascade event. They can be used for a lot of different stuff. Each one of these basically equals 20 large skinstone chests if you use it in that way. So pretty solid. I think this is the best prize. My priority is this number one for, I would say, every player, unless you're a crazy spender. In case you don't need that, you probably need this more and then this more. This is my number 2, probably number 3 still, then number 4. Yeah. I will almost guaranteed be spending the moves for this and for this. I, you have to go this way anyway to get those, so I'll probably just end up getting that one too. This, I get a lot of absolute artifact chests. I don't feel like I need them that much comparatively, right? Like I have 1,000 here, and I think I have a decent amount of red artifacts anyway. If you need red artifact chests, great time to grab them. Yeah, I have like 1369 here. That's probably pretty consistent across 1,200 here, 1,400 here. Yeah. No, unused explorer moves don't expire. Keep them. Keep them until you know you are guaranteed a grand prize and can get there. Yeah. So that map opens in 2 days' time too. So feel free to start using your moves. I have 52, so I should be able to get all that stuff. I'm probably going to get the Cascade golden ticket just because it offers the Cascade skin too. I don't know if it's like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, 25. That's usually one of the best deals during the event. I don't really do many seasons anymore, like the champion season. No, I haven't bought that in a while. Haven't bought the previous like 3 seasons, even though that's a great deal for new players. Amazing deal. I would highly recommend if you are going to spend there. I just don't do it. All right, let's talk about PvP a little bit. Well, let's get to a few questions. She beats Lyria and Ishmael team so good on Krista. Yeah, I could see that. I could see her doing really well, but if that team just adds Isaac, then you're kind of done for. The 20 and 100k emerald value. Oh, the 20 is 100k emerald value. You're talking about the like in the Mysterious Island map. Yeah, it's great value. It's a great value. It's one of the best prizes I've seen on here in a very long time. That's why I'm going for it. You did the math though. Nice. Thank you for making me not do the math, Guju. Appreciate that, but it is very good. S12, I'd wait. I'd wait until that map comes out and then use them. I do have another 20k and I'll be getting back in emeralds. That's nice. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Mikhail, if I'm saying that right, hopefully I am. Mikhail. Yeah, you will be getting probably a lot of mysterious island moves with the Cascade golden ticket. You'll probably be getting if it's 40, great. I thought it was close to 20, but I could be very wrong there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jan, videos on the dungeon. I go far in the dungeon. Like I'm third on my server and it's 2.5 years. I go 400 levels each day and I do that every single day until two times 20, Micah. Okay, nice. I do that every day until I don't need to get Titan skins or Titan potions anymore. So I've done the math. I have close to 2 months left of doing the dungeon. Then I am done forever because I won't need Titan potions until they bring out another Titan or raise the Titan level. Then I'll have to go do it again. But as you can see, gold doesn't matter to me anymore. Now, dungeon, you'll notice here, like it kind of goes on a few levels. You'll have 5 hero battles, 5 Titan battles. The second battle that you do is going to be a Titan battle every single time. And it will either be your primary element, so your strongest team, which is going to be, for me, water, or it can be a mix. Then you'll notice the second Titan battle will usually be, and it's based off of percentages, right? It's 100% based off percentages on what it could be, but it is going to either be your secondary element, your third strongest element, or a mix. And then it gets into the third battle, which has a small percentage of being your primary element, but it's like also a percentage for the third and fourth. And then the fifth battle can be your primary, but it's also usually a mix. So yeah, it is a percentage based off of what is coming up. There is no guaranteeing what will be the what is the possible. What's the -10 effect on the left? Yeah, if you get far enough in the dungeon each day, this is just minus healing. It's minus healing. So it just forces you to eventually, you have to stop. Otherwise, people could go in the dungeon literally infinity, right? If I didn't have this continually to move on, I could do the dungeon infinity because my water team is just going to heal everyone constantly, right? So, yeah. What's your max dungeon level? 90, I think, right now. S12, you're not a new player then. If you're at 140, if you're at 140, you would be the top on my server. That is a lot of dungeon. I hate the dungeon. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But it's necessary. It's necessary if you're going to get Titan potions, if you're going to move forward, you got to do the dungeon. Just grind it out. Watch a TV show. You know, just do it. Yeah. All right. PvP fighting. Let's get to it. Let's go back to the team. Let's go back to the team. I think you said COD, Elite, Lyria, Zhu, Sebastian, Lara Croft, Martha. Okay. Interesting team. Having two, Zhu and Lara, two of those heroes, I'm not sure is the best strategy, but it's not terrible. Like, at least the synergy lines up a little bit. So, all right, let's take a look at your team. You have Illyria, Sebastian, Zhu, Sebastian, where are you, Zhu? Lara should be at the top. Go ahead, put Bex, Zhu, and Martha. Where are you two? Zhu? Martha. Okay. Maybe something like this. We'll say you have a Axel pet. We'll go ahead, just say pet strength. Obviously, you want to use physical attack, armor penetration, and it's between magic, defense, or armor. Let's just say armor. All right, if I'm going up against this team, what am I doing? This one should be relatively straightforward for me if I was facing it. I would also do something like this. Where's Sebastian? There you go. We could probably just throw a Nebula in here too. And here we go. Aiden. I love Aiden. He's one of my favorite heroes. Do that. We don't need a chorus. We put Axel in. And I'm going to do the same thing. We'll just put armor here too. Right? Okay. Yeah. I think this is going to be close to like 100% team. I'd assume. Yeah. It just wrecks. Right? They're not even hurt. Oh, well, sometimes Ishmael dies, I guess. Yeah. I think one of the problems here with this team is I like Nebula. If you put Nebula in instead of Zhu, I like that a lot more. And I would try to replace Martha with Aiden. That's just my opinion here, right? And Mara for Lara, I do that if I don't see a Sebastian in the opposing team, because then the stun will actually work, or a chorus as a team pet. But otherwise, like a team like this is just going to run through this team most of the time. So yeah, I'd probably change Zhu out if you have the resources, and then eventually probably Martha too. But I mean, the Lyria, Sebastian, Lara are a great foundation for the team. Yeah. Is the max XP for chat only 75? XP for chat? Chat XP? I have no idea. Try Lyria plus Sebastian, Lara, Aiden, Dorian. You mean on the defense team? Or are you just talking about the attack team? We'll try it for attack. Dorian, there you go. And you wanted Lyria, Sebastian, Lara. Oh, and Aiden's still going to be here. I'm not sure I really like Dorian on this team because he's not going to get the Ishmael, right? He's not going to give Ishmael the buff. Or he probably won't. Yeah. Or Sebastian. So Lara will still do damage. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. My 400k team wins against 750. Yeah, if you have the right heroes, it definitely can. Yeah, see, this one I don't think is as good with Dorian. See, it's losing a little bit. Dorian in the back, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of having the Dorian Lara. That's just my personal thing. Yeah. All right. What I do want to go over is this defense team that people still say that they are having trouble with in my comments. That is the Nebula, Dante, Augustus, Dorian team. And if they're setting it up correctly, it should look something like that. Should look something like this. With chorus, they probably want to do... I use this because it's pretty neutral. It can be used in every circumstance. Physical attack, magic attack, and let's say magic penetration. Okay. What's the best team to beat this? Well, I always start usually with Sebastian and Isaac, but someone was saying, hey, it's not working for me. So if I am like literally trying to get 100% against this team, I'm going to be putting something like this. I'd be putting Lara in here. Where are you, Lara? This time with Vex. And I can't remember if I had Aiden or not. We can throw Aiden in. Something like that. I think this is going to be close to 100% team. Pretty close to it. Boom. I mean, look, they're almost full health here. They're almost full health. That team like barely damaged me. 100%, 100%. Okay, so I'm just going to do this a little bit because someone was saying, hey, it's not working for me. And maybe the opposing team has different pets. But like this is as 100% team as you can get, right? No losses. No even close. They haven't killed one of my guys. They haven't killed one of my heroes. This is like the ultimate death team to that team, right? Sometimes they win, but like 1%. Well, I haven't seen that even 1% yet, right? Like it's just complete devastation. Every single hero is just like stun from Lara. Sebastian stops a stun here, and stops Augustus. Isaac stops these two. Lyria stops Dante. Yeah. Don't let this team stop you. This team crushes it. And a lot of these heroes are going to be like, this is 3 heroes from the Osh team, and then you're just adding Lyria, and then I don't think you even need Aiden. You could change it to a different one. Yeah. So the pets here. We have Oliver with Lyria. We have Axel with Isaac. This is important to put Axel with Isaac because that makes sure that Dante can't one-shot Isaac. Axel stops a specific amount of damage, so it can't exceed 44%, right? That's important. Sebastian with Albus, and then Lara. Oh, wait, I put Vex here. I didn't even put Mara on. Wow. I wonder if Mara would even be more effective. No, not Oliver on Isaac. 100% not. 100% not. Always Axel. In this one situation, right? If you have a powered up Dante, no, it looks like Vex is better because at least that team doesn't die with Vex on there. Well, as you can see here, boom, 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 boom. Maybe that's just a little bit of bad luck. Axel's 100% better. 100%, 100%. But again, usually if you don't have a Dante that could one-shot him, I don't want to put Axel on Isaac. It's really only if Dante is around, then with a powered up Dante, like a Nebula boosted Dante, then you want an Axel. Yeah. Chorus on Aiden. Yeah, chorus on Aiden. Yep. Definitely. Then you can change this one up. Mara or Vex. They're pretty much both 100% teams. Right? Like this team should not be a problem for most players anymore. Now, if you're brand new on a new server, Lyria's not out there, this could be a problem. because Lyria can't stop that, and you can use other heroes to have good solutions, but it's not like a full dominant solution there. Like if I changed out, like let's say a Aurora, like I still think this would be pretty solid, but it's not going to be 100% anymore. It's going to just take too long to kill Dante. See, boom. Like this one's going to win. But yeah, it's going to be, I will lose with this team. Probably. See, there we go. A little bit more RNG based. Like if Aurora gets knocked out by Dante at the beginning, right? Then yeah. Beat the Rufus, Heidi, Amira, Nebula, Dorian team. Okay, let's do it. All right, Rufus. Wait, I need to make defense max. I'll go ahead and make my attack team max too. Where are you, Rufus? Rufus, Heidi, Dorian, Rufus. Probably want to put Oliver there. We'll put Biscuit there. Heidi. This is actually, I like to do something kind of unique for this team. Where are you, Dorian and Heidi? Dorian and Heidi, where are you? Heidi should be at the top. Dorian should be close to the bottom. There he is. I'm assuming they're probably going to use Chorus as a team pet in this type of setup. They should, if they're not. We'll go ahead and say just tank. Let's make magic attack, magic penetration for him, and armor, let's say. And can you test your team versus Lyria, Galahad, Tristan, Lara, Sebastian? I'll do that next. I'll do that next to Drifting Alone. Yeah. Okay, let's assemble the attacking team. So as I said, I like to be a little bit unique here. I am going to do a odd team. Come on down, Augustus. Come on down, Orion. But Ryan, what are you doing? They have Rufus in the team. No worries. No worries, guys. Let's see what this team's going to do. Let's put in Nebula. Where are you, Nebula? And let's round it out with Aiden. We're going to have a Morrigan tank. And let's see if I probably need a Chorus. I'd probably use Chorus as my standard there. And in this case, let's just do flag strength and put in magic attack, magic penetration, and I'm going to say armor. It's not going to help me here, but I'll go ahead and say armor. Yeah, let's take a look. Will this team win? Bye. They didn't even kill anyone on my team. They damaged them a little bit. I could probably change Aiden out for Dorian too. Is this 100% win? It's pretty darn. Oh, that one was close. Okay, we got a loss. We have one loss here. But it's pretty close. There we go. Another loss. But pretty good. Pretty good. What if I change this out? What if I did put in Dorian instead? Where are you, Dorian? Yeah. Yeah. The reason this team is good, you actually don't think about it. Orion and Augustus are a counter to Heidi and Amira. What? It's one of the best combos I've seen at knocking these two out, especially if there's a Nebula in between. These two can just rampage, especially if he's boosted by Nebula on your team. right? They can just rampage. So Dorian, yeah, Dorian actually looks to be even better. Great. Don't even have to use Aiden. There we go. Finally, one person died on my team. Okay, we got a loss. We got a loss, so it's not 100%. But it's pretty close. It's pretty close to 100%. There's one team. There's one team you can use. Pretty solid. Okay. Let's try a different team. You don't have those heroes. Let's try a completely different team. And then I think there was someone who asked for another team. Test your team against Illyria, Galahad. Yeah, Adrift and Alone. I'll do that in just a sec too. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do with a physical attacking team here. I'll keep that. Let's try a Sebastian. Actually, let's not try Sebastian. We're not going to do Sebastian here. We're going to do Nebula. We're going to do Laura with definitely Mara. We're going to do Aiden. Chorus. Jing Mao with Fenris. Actually, Xing Mao with Kane. And who should be my last hero here? Who should it be? I don't know. Let's throw a Fafnir in there. That could be interesting, right? Yeah, this could be kind of fun. I'm actually intentionally not adding Sebastian. The reason I'm not adding Sebastian, I don't want the crit from Amira to go through. But let's see how this does. Oh, dead. And here's where it can kind of get out of hand right here. Yeah, so they are going to beat me. But if Heidi dodges enough, then that team could die. But there's going to be other times where that doesn't happen. Let's see. That's a victory. Looks like I just had a little bit of bad luck having it being defeat. So it's not as good as the Magic team, for sure. But something like this still could work, right? There's a couple defeats. Victory. Yeah. So not as good, but not as good. Yeah. Okay. Let's do just two more different fights. Let's go against the first one, that Galahad team that seems to be popular for I don't know why, but people like it. Here we go. And I think it was Laura Sebastian, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure it's this, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the team. Pet, Axel. I always like to assume my opponents are smart, so I put the best stuff in, right? Like physical attack, armor penetration. We'll just say armor. That's going to be what's most effective against the team that I'm going to throw out here. And what I am going to do, we are going to do my AOC team. Chorus. Sebastian. I always like to throw Lara in here. Bex. And we're going to do Ishmael and also put in Lyria. Now, I have had very good success with this team versus that other team. Very good. When I'm talking about, I intentionally look to try to find this team so that I can kill them, because usually they can't kill my Ishmael before he goes off, and then my team can stay alive, which means this Ishmael is now deadly in COW, right? Or AOC, right? But even if they do have it, I'm not sure it's 100%, but it's pretty close. It's it's up there for sure. And that's against a max team, right? Usually teams aren't going to be fully maxed. Okay, so there we go. We have a defeat. But for the most part, it's a very, very high percentage team. Very high. So there you go. That's how you deal with that one. Another defeat. So I don't know, 90%, something like that. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Beat the Chaba, Kayla, Lyria, Goose, Aiden team. Okay, that'll be the last one I do. Yesterday, Folio killed my team instantly. I didn't figure out why my team died. Yeah. Guju, is that the Olympus team? Is that what the team Olympus came out with? I don't think it's terrible. It was kind of a counter to a few teams that we were seeing earlier, but yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my personal favorite. I've found a way to counter it very easily, so I just use that. Not Mage. My team was Lyria, Sebastian, Laura, Aiden, and Dorian. Lyria, Sebastian, Laura, Aiden, and Dorian. Got it. Yeah. Let's leave this S12, this Chaba team. I don't have a lot of experience facing Chaba, but let's try it. Chaba, Kayla. Oh, we got a Kayla in here? I've also had some comments on Kayla. They're like, hey, Kayla's new on my server, and they're just killing me. You say Sebastian. I think you mean Albus. Lyria with Biscuit. Goose. Goose, where are you, Goose? He's probably at the bottom. Yeah, very bottom. Goose, Axel, and Aiden, and Chorus. This is kind of an interesting team. It's basically designed, throws out, stop dodge, heal here, 2 additional healers, and Chaba already has a ton of health. And Team Pet Axel. War flags, we'll go ahead and say tanks, because we do have a tank up here. Obviously, physical attack, armor penetration. Let's go ahead and say armor too. That seems to be relatively common. All right, let's figure this one out. Let's figure this one out. Where do I want to start? Probably going to change my team pet to Biscuit. I want to stop the healing, right? We have 2 healers on this team. Whenever I have 2 healers on the team, Biscuit does come into play. And I probably want to have one of my other healers or people here have Biscuit to stop healing. So we'll do that. Let's try a few things. First of all, let's try a Martha team. We're going to put Martha in the back with Axel. Let's put like an Augustus Orion back here too. The front of the team shouldn't be doing too much damage, especially without Sebastian. So yeah, let's do that. I always like to have Nebula just to boost him up. Where are you, Nebula? Who else could I add here? The funny thing, I'm almost tempted to do a control team since this doesn't have any stopping of control. Like any stopping of control. You could put Fafnir in, but he doesn't really do good chemistry here. You could put Laura in, but then you have a Nebula tank. I could change out Nebula. You could put an Arachne in. Let's try that. Let's try like an Arachne. Like an Arachne tank type of thing. Where are you? There you go. With Amara. Patterns. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Ooh. Most of my heroes full health. Their heroes dead. There you go. There you go, S12. This looks like they haven't even killed one of my heroes yet. This looks as close to 100% as you could possibly get. if you're facing that team. All right. If they don't have Chorus, they don't have Sebastian, you can control them. Or Orion does like a little stun too, and then just a Nebula boosted both of those, with Martha basically taking Kayla out of the equation. Like the whole point of Martha. Let's go ahead and let's actually show the battle real quick too. Let's show the battle. I'm using Mara on Arachne so that the stuns can be longer. I'm using Martha back here to make sure that when Kayla jumps back, blah, 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 that only Martha's getting hurt. And Martha wants to take damage. Martha wants to take damage because that means she can ult faster. And her ult faster, and you can see here, Kayla didn't actually do that much. And meanwhile, my Arachne stunned this team. And they don't have a Sebastian to even counter all of this pure damage that's happening with Augustus, right? So Arachne, Orion, Augustus all doing pure damage, just decimating this team. It doesn't have a chance. Yeah. There we go. I think we found like 90% plus solutions to all the teams that you've thrown out here. So that's pretty solid. I think that's going to be it for me. Yeah, we've gone an hour and 40. That's quite a bit. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have any comments, put them down below. I'm sure I'll have my live stream next week. Hopefully I can see everyone there. But appreciate you all joining me, being interactive, asking the questions. And yeah, we'll talk with you soon. Have a good one.